Did you guys get taller or something? What the heck? Anyway, I got this Meguiar's Air Bomb Explosion Bomb. Seems pretty legit. I've heard things about it before. I got one because I wasn't sure how long my car would smell good for. You know, not many bad smells are getting into this car other than the occasional fart, so, or maybe it's not that occasional. Regardless, it's usually pretty clean in there, so I'm just gonna be using this thing on my car, giving it a go and letting you guys know if it's really worth getting or not. Honestly, I've been let down by a lot of Meguiar's products, so let me just give you guys a close-up of the instructions here. It's pretty simple. So basically all you do is you just throw it in the vehicle, put the recycler on high, and then you just throw the can on, and it takes 10 to 15 minutes, and then you let it air out for 10 to 15 minutes. It's pretty simple, but it takes a while. It's an odor eliminating thing, but I mean, I highly doubt this is odor eliminating. If you see the process like some of these ozone machines go through to get odors out of a car, it's insane. I think it's mostly important that you just like clean your car, and then maybe this will help make it smell good for a while. I'm not sure if this is the stuff that dealers use, but I feel like whenever I pick up my car from the dealer, it's got some smell in it that lasts for like a week, and it's like, I freaking hate dealerships. Man, those guys are scumbags. Anyway, yeah, let me get in the car and we'll do this up. You know, I'm not really sure if you want to be in the car or not while you're doing this. But I'm guessing you probably want to leave. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I try and stay in there? I don't know. I feel like I might pass out and die. Flammable liquid and vapor. All right, yeah, so you're gonna need to leave your car on for like 15 minutes, or at least have the battery on, so. I'd leave you guys in here, but I don't want you smelling like this all day, so I'll take the sacrifice, and we'll see how this goes. So right now it smells like pretty normal in here. I wouldn't say it smells good. It doesn't smell bad. It just smells like normal. Got this thing popped off. Gonna turn on the car. We won't turn it all the way on. I'm just gonna get the battery running. It said maximum AC with the air refresher majig. So actually gonna see what the air refresher is in the manual. This car is like straight out of I don't know. Oh, this thing has a little key fob recharger. I didn't even know that. Climate control 32. I feel like a scholar studying my class. Air recirculation. Okay. All right, so I'm popping the top, getting the maximum AC going. And then, shoot, what was the third step? So it's saying to place it in the center of the car, typically the floor between the front and back seats. All right, well, I'm putting it like right on the middle of this dash. I'm kind of scared it's gonna explode. All right, guys, here we go. What the fudge? There we go. Just had to lock it in place. So it's starting to smell. I'm gonna get out of the car, guys. Oh gosh. So you guys can see it working in there. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Oh gosh, it's like all in my nose. I honestly didn't think it'd be that powerful. It says 15 minutes. You gotta push it down until it locks. There's a pretty distinct point. I thought you lifted it up and I was like, what the heck's going on? Why is nothing going on? Oh man, that's all I can smell now. Should I have probably cleaned my car a little bit better on the inside before I did this? Yeah, but I don't really care. I mean, I just wanted to see what this thing does. I've been holding onto it for like a year. Haven't used it, so just really excited to see how this turns out, and maybe Meguiar's actually has a good product that I'll like for once. Other than maybe their clay. I mean, their clay is pretty good, but their clay's kind of obsolete. You just get those big mitts now. Oh no, it stopped. Uh-oh. Going back in, guys. Okay, it didn't stop. It just looks like it stopped. You just have to trust the system. Give it its 15 minutes or whatever. Definitely could hear it still spitting though. Thought it'd be more visual for longer. So I'll be back in like 15 minutes, guys. So guys, I'm back. Had my first kid, got married. What else is new? I don't know. Life's good. Things been sitting in there, smoking it up. I still smell it like, I don't know, I got the black ice or something. I don't feel like I smell like a piece of black ice, I'm gonna tell you that much. I'm just gonna get it out of there, hopefully extract it without dying of oxygen deprivation. And just gonna let it air out. So I'm gonna open up all the windows now that I've let it sit in there for 15 minutes and it's gotten the scent everywhere, hopefully. So hopefully it's a good smell. It smelled okay, concentrated, but I prefer just normal air fresheners because they're beast mode. Like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Platinum Potions, but I love those guys. I feel like they're a little overhyped though, if I'm being honest. It's like 21 bucks for like a 16 ounce and it's good, but it's not like, whoa, blow my socks off or anything like that. Let's get in here. I mean, it doesn't really smell that much in here if I'm being straight up with you guys. I'm gonna just open up all the windows now. I guess I could just open up the doors. And it says now that you have all the, whoops. So it's not as smellular as I thought it'd be. So I'm gonna give it some time to air out. Initial thoughts, not super strong and not super crazy, like, whoa, I'm blown away by the smell or anything. Not sure if something went wrong. Maybe I just had it in my storage for too long, but a year isn't that long for a pressurized container. I took out most of the floor mats. I had one in my driver's side still in, just because I forgot to take it out. Because ideally you want the scent to get into the carpets, so it's probably a good idea if you have any plastic or rubber floor mats to get them out of there before you do this. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it says like after you finish up the process where you're just letting it like circulate and all that, after you do that, you can just wash your car. So I guess they mean probably before the 15 minutes is up. I don't know about you, but 15 minutes isn't that long of a time for me to wash my car. But once you have it airing out, then you probably don't want to wash your car unless, you know, you're okay with water and soap getting in there. Haha, yeah. Okay. Probably don't need the car on still, but I'm just gonna leave it on. Yeah, first minute after the 15, not looking too impressed, to be honest, but maybe it just hasn't set in yet. I feel like I'm always trying to create an excuse for Meguiar's, but I've kind of like given up on them. That headlight restoration, that was Meguiar's. That stuff was Garbo. They have the wash and wax soap, which I used, and I didn't like that. And then they had the, man, I can't think of anything. They had like the spray-on ceramic coat stuff, which I didn't really like that because every time I applied it, it would like streak my glass up somehow, some way. Maybe I was just over applying it, but still it felt like if I didn't do that, then I wasn't getting any of the protection because, you know, the water wasn't beading like a ceramic coat would. So I'm excited, guys. We got a lot of topics we're coming into. I'm gonna be getting into polishing a little bit and some ceramic coating stuff. I got a kit for it, so I'm gonna try that out. Because I've had my car for about a year now, and oh my God, this is something I'm gonna complain about. The dealers, they're like, when you buy it, they're like, oh yeah, we can get it professionally detailed and the diamond coating on it. Like, fuck you guys, you don't know what you're talking about. Their coating lasted me like a month. And it's kind of pathetic that they sell it like it's a 2-year product when they only apply, you know, some quick spray on garbage. This is coming from someone who just bought this, like I literally just bought this thing a year ago. I'm seeing a lot of fallacy in the dealer I went to. Maybe they're not all like this. I don't know. Is there hope out there, guys? I don't see any, but a lot of this car stuff is pretty much like scam city. So I'm out here trying to find the stuff that actually works. And once I do, then maybe we can talk about it. But until then, you know, I don't really want to be recommending you guys stuff that I'm not sure about. So a lot of the products I use, I've loved so far. Some of them are completely useless. I've talked about them today. You know what? Fudge this. I'm not airing out my car anymore. There was barely any smell to begin with, guys. I'm just gonna get this thing shut off, save a little bit of battery. I don't know, maybe it's just because my nose is stuffed up or something. But I'm not gonna let it air out. I'm just gonna see what happens. You know what, hit me with that smell, I don't care. Meguiar's, do something good, all right? Now they have some good products, honestly. So I used the black ice like I showed earlier. The smell is mediocre. I have it like all over. Maybe I'm just used to the smell now because of that, and I'm like slightly sick. I don't know, maybe I just did something wrong. Like I said, I'm a human. I fudge things up all the time. I mean, if you're really in a last ditch effort or you're just trying to sell something quick, maybe this will be a good solution for you. But personally, I would think it's probably just better to actually spend the time using carpet cleaner and stain removers to clean up your car first, and then just use some normal air fresheners on the carpet. Like I said, Platinum Potion earlier, I love those guys. I got like 8 or 9 of their scents and I barely use them. I should probably just try and use them after every detail now, but it's not really on my mind. It's just another thing I'd have to carry, you know? Something you don't really think about as a mobile detailer is you get all these tools and then you're all awesome, but then you have to carry them all. So it's like just a lot of extra weight there. I don't know, I just showed you guys a little bit of a product and it sucked. So I'm gonna try and focus a little more on the detailing aspect of everything so you guys won't get too much of the power washing simulator anymore, but I think that's a good thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that Valentine's video I had on Wednesday. That was so much fun to do. I just love those kind of themed car washes. Like they're just fun and goofy and it's not too serious. So, you know, there's only so much you can really do with car detailing, and I'm not trying to get into all the different chemicals and tech. So that cuts me out of like 90% of what's going on. So the other 10%, of course, being like how to do things and then little tips and tricks. So if you guys want to get one, you know where to get it. It's Meguiar's. There's probably other brands. I don't know if they're any better or not, but for a product that totes, you know, being able to do deodorization and all that, I highly doubt that would actually deodorize my left toenail. I mean, seriously, that thing is disgusting. No, it's actually fine. Maybe I'll come back in like an hour when I go to the gym or whatever, and maybe it'll smell, and maybe I'll update this video and this won't be so depressing. And you know what? Let me show you guys something that's even better smelling. You can always pick up some dual detail air fresheners. These things actually smell really good. They only last for like maybe a max of 5 days, but they'll like really smell your car up, and they smell divine. They don't deodorize or anything. I'm not gonna sell you a fake product. Got these from Custom Comet, so they had them all made for me and printed and smelled up. So some of the ties might break. I noticed that when I was doing that with one of them. If you pull too hard, it might break the tie, but honestly, like, you can always just throw it in like a cup holder or like in a door jamb or something, and it'll still smell. So you can pick some of these up at dualdetail.com/shop. Shameless plug. So yeah, I'm just gonna get all this cleaned up. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is kind of a short one, but you know, we've got a lot to discuss in relation to just about everything. I feel like there's so many good topics for me to cover right now, and I hope you guys are here for it, because you know, these might be a little bit more boring videos, but we're gonna get down to the bottom of some of these more important issues when it comes to, you know, actually caring for your vehicle, and so you don't lose your head or go nuts over it. I'm looking at you. Yeah, don't go crazy. I need your sub first before you go mad, please. Ah! I'm out of here. I love you guys.